Hello, everybody, and welcome to Off the Cuff. Nice little 3-0 win over Hertha Berlin tonight. Um, great as always to have the distraction of football in this crazy world of transfer business. It was a great win. Seems to be a great atmosphere in Berlin. There seemed to be a great crowd of Reds flying over, and seemed to be a lot of fun had on and off the pitch. So we're just going to sit down and just dig through the main pointers of the game. So Craig, I'm just going to come to you first. What did you make of the starting lineup for starters?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad, was it? It was fairly strong. I'm always a little bit worried of any team that has Clavin in the back four, but overall I thought it was fairly strong. It's tough to gauge anything from pre-season though, but I don't know. I really don't know where to start with this because it's tough to take anything from the game, but he picked a strong side, I suppose. And look, we were all looking forward to seeing Mane back in the team and Emre Can getting a run out again. And yeah, I think he picked a fairly strong team, but I'm not going to lie, I was looking forward to the second half a bit more.
Yeah, true. You touched on Can there, and I think we'll have to go straight to our Emre Can love child here at the moment. Matt, he gave you some nice little moments there of pleasure in the first half, didn't he?
Yeah, he's looking powerful like he always did. Towards the end of the season, we know we had the injury struggles. But yeah, I just want him to kick on now, keep his injuries away from him, and get better and better. It's great as well, the competition he has with Hendo. Two good players fighting for one spot is exactly what both of them need, I think. And we talked about it before. They both got different qualities. Like Hendo's got his nice clean passing, and Can will just power through teams and knock teams over, and just Can takes a bit more of the game by the scruff of his neck. So to see him back on form and kicking on where he left off last season, I'm a happy lad.
Yeah, he turned into a bit of an inside left winger there at a couple of stages in the first half. He was tearing down the wing, doing step overs and obviously taking some lessons off Coutinho. But yeah, no, he was very solid. He really looked aggressive considering his first game back.
He always looks that bit bigger than everybody else as well, doesn't he? He just really looks like the bully in the schoolyard at times. He just brushes people out of the way.
Well, I think Bobby kind of bet him to that competition in the second half when he come on. He's still trying to shake off that honeymoon, I think. We'll come to our London expert next. If he's got out of his taxi.
Call Grizz an expert in anything. Don't insult us by calling Grizz an expert.
No. A resident expert. Coutinho passes the ball out to Mane on the right wing about the 14th minute. Ball drops to Lallana. Pings in a lovely little ball, and then that little wonder star that we signed from Chelsea tucks it into the net with a beautiful finish. It was a great move, wasn't it, Chris?
Oh, it was a lovely move. Do you know what? It's good you mentioned Lallana, because I thought in that first half, Emre and Lallana they looked by far the fittest on the pitch. I mean, the energy levels of both of them, and considering that was Emre's first game, very, very impressive. You can tell that Klopp is working them hard, and it's paying off already. That first half was really, really good in terms of energy and pressing, and Lallana was the focal point again. You know, people write him off at their peril. Man, he's doing very, very well, and that Dom Solanke, he's looking to make me eat my words. You know, he's performing like Iago Aspas in pre-season. He's on a hot streak. That's 3-3, isn't it, or something?
It is.
So yeah, we haven't.
Do we remember
seen him take a corner yet?
Do we remember Iago Aspas smashing it up in pre-season?
Unfortunately,
no, blocking that out of my mind.
So listen, I've been getting loads of people saying, you've written off. I haven't written off Dominic Solanke. I've said I'm not convinced. I'll support him fully when he gets on that pitch. I would love him to do brilliantly. I still think when everyone's fit, when everyone's ready, start of the season, during the season, his game time will be limited. But you can tell he's trying his best, and he's doing so far. He's done very, very well. Very well taken goal. It reminded me of, do you remember last season, the preseason against, obviously it's not as far out and sort of not as awkward, but very similar to the Grujic goal against Barca at Wembley, where it kind of just looped in. So it was like, and I can't remember who played that pass that day. I think that was Markovic. even the pass was very similar to from Lallana to Markovic. But yeah, no, great first half. Really enjoyed it, to be honest with you. Very, very impressive. As Craig says, it's very difficult to gauge pre-season. It's all about fitness, and in terms of fitness, they looked very fit to me, mate.
Yeah, absolutely, and he was kind of involved there at the start of that move as well. But Manny, for me, stood out in the first half, considering, again, he'd been out for a long time.
Really? I'll take you up on that.
Yeah, I'd agree with Grizz on that. I thought he was sloppy.
Yeah,
I'm with Grizz as well.
Really, I thought he showed a lot on the ball. I know he kind of lost it a couple of times, but I thought he was always looking for the ball and he was driving on. They tried to kick him up a bit.
We did give him the ball a lot, as we always do. He's our first point of sort of we look to give the ball to Mane. You could tell it was his first game. We're not going to be too harsh on him. It was his first game, wasn't it? And I was more impressed with Emre's first game. And I'll tell you who else impressed me a lot. And do you remember, I've said it at the start when another pod where we talked about Joe Gomez, and I said, yeah. Do you remember, guys? I said definitely he's going to be on his way out. But do you know what? Second thoughts, man. Second thoughts. I'd rather flog Klavan and keep Joe Gomez all day long. He's looking good.
He looked really good on the right. I was very impressed with him.
Yeah.
If he plays like that, I'd have him in above Klein. If TAA is not coming in. But there was people talking today. He's going on loan, isn't he?
Well, there's a few. He's got permission to talk to clubs. He's got some permission, which is not a good sign. Yeah, because I would have thought Klopp wouldn't have given permission, but Klopp has given him permission to talk to other clubs. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see what happens. Because
maybe that might change, because I just heard Klopp's interview after the game. Now was just immediately just on the running track after the game, but he singled Gomez out for special attention. How good he was. I
agree. Yeah, it could change. No, you're right. Mind. I mean, I'm not sure. I'll have to disagree with Matt, even though he agreed with me. But I'm a cunt like that. I'll have to disagree with him. But I wouldn't have him right. I don't like him right back, Matt. I much prefer him in central. I like the way he plays central. Same, mate. I'd much prefer him central. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. Well, he's better at centre back, and I do like players to play in their position. But if he's going to get 0 game time at centre back, then try him on the right. There's plenty of games.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, I thought he was quite dominant in the air as well. I thought he, even from whether right or he was on the right wing for the first half there, but I thought he was quite demanding or commanding in the air. He won a lot of headers, even balls that were pinged out to him. He was kind of like their keeper was pinging out balls. He was winning headers, and we drove on. I thought we had a very good shape in us in the first half. But what I would say is the left side of our defence really scared me.
I was waiting to get to this.
I'll let you have a little moment there now, Craig. Between the two of them, they both, like, it was like they were trying to outdo each other to see who could be more stupid. But away you go, Craig.
Moreno always wins that battle of stupidity. Even Hertha Berlin, as poor as they were today, they knew to target him, and they knew they could get in behind him, and they knew how many times was he turned inside out by their right winger? He was made look like a fool on numerous occasions, and if that was a serious game and that right winger had a decent left foot in him, he probably could have scored 2 goals there today. Even when he's in possession at the back, he takes far too many chances. And as you said, Jonathan, and rightly so, we're far too exposed. Now, that all changed in the second half, but in the first half, we were far too exposed down that left-hand side yet again. It's only pre-season, not to worry, because Moreno 99% isn't going to be starting, but it's getting to the stage maybe in the next game or two where you'd like to hopefully see Klopp starting to introduce that starting 11, or what he thinks might be a starting 11 for the first game of the season, and I don't think we'll be seeing a few of these players at that point.
No, I don't know about you, Matt, but for me, I don't want to see either player, Moreno or Klavan. Pretty much part of. I know Klavan will probably stay part of the setup, but Jesus, if we're relying on them next season, we're going to be in trouble, aren't we?
Yeah, mate. Klavan's got to go. He was absolutely awful. I know it's only pre-season, but he was never the best player anyway, and you can just see that decline is just starting to happen now. He's just going to get worse and worse and worse. As Chris said, I'd rather have Gomez back up there than Klavan. Moreno, yeah.
Say it.
Yeah, he's shite. No, do you know what? I was going to give him a little bit of benefit down and say, imagine anyone else was next to fucking Klavan. It's tough. But you look at him defending, and he's there, and he's showing someone there down the side, and you think that's all right because he's quick. And then the player goes the way he wants him to go, and he looks shocked that he's gone that way. So he lunges back, and then they cut him back inside. He has no clue defensively. Like I'm disappointed because I had high hopes for him. I do like him going forward, but he just defensively he's not on it at all.
Yeah, like I've written.
Do you know
down
what,
here,
guys? No joke, right? Do you know we've got all these small videos of Liverpool training out in Hong Kong and wherever they else were training in Germany, right? And they show clips of goals scored by Firmino and Mane. Which one do you like? Look at the denominating factor in each goal as well. Even in training, it's Moreno. Even when Sturridge is cutting in on the left, Moreno slips. It's way too easy just to say he's quick. Yeah, he's very quick. He's got brilliant recovery speed. Yes, he has.
It's much easier just to say he's shite, Grizz.
Yeah, but the first and foremost of a fullback is you got to be in position. You can't keep getting balls threaded inside of you, and that is the worst trait of a fullback, to get to play a simple ball. I mean, Ajari in training played a simple ball inside. Even today, how many times did we see just a simple ball inside? And as Craig says, Matt said, he gets turned too easily. It's not even that winger wasn't no bloody Garincha, was he? I mean, that was a basic winger, right? God bless him. I don't even remember his name or anything. All he would do was show him the outside, come inside, and Moreno's dizzy. He's dizzy already. He hasn't done anything,
Yeah,
and
he's so reactionary, isn't he? He's just everything. He's just reacting around the pitch.
That's it. He's reactionary, and you can't. As a defender, that's high risk defending. Look, Liverpool wanted 15 million for him, right? I'm sorry. After that game, we'd be lucky to get 6, 7. That was I know Klopp's trying to put some of these in the window. Maybe Klopp needs to be clever, man, and not put him like Conor Randall. He didn't put him in the shot. Yeah, like Conor Randall just shipped out.
Klopp should just go around saying, "Do you remember that goal he scored against Spurs? That was a great goal, wasn't it?"
Yeah. Get LFC main Twitter account to keep tweeting all his best bits.
Well, he's another one who's got permission to speak to players. I think we just forget 50 million. If we've got offers for about 10, 11, take it. Let's move on.
Hell. Is this an off the cuff or in the know?
No. I'm just saying we should need to take it. We should need to honestly. He's right. Craig's right. We need to in the next few games. We need to start. Near enough, slowly working towards our back four. What the team's going to be. Kind of shape. Get some rhythm going. I mean, with Milner's injury, we need to probably get in Robertson in the next game. Start him and go from there. I think. What happened with I called the game late. What happened with Trent?
It's good. I like
him. Was he injured or anything? No, he was injured.
No, he came on at the end.
No, it was Origi that pulled out injured just before the game.
Yeah, it was Origi pulled out injured and Solanke come on. Trent wasn't on the bench. He's some sort of niggle or something.
Trent didn't play, guys. Which game were you watching?
Who came on? Ajari, Kent, and
Flano. Kent. You said Trent. Sorry. Yeah. No, I'm talking about Kent. Kent looked well when he came on, didn't he?
That's a good get out, Matt. I'll give you that.
Yeah, Trent. How sharp is Matt today?
Right, yeah. Okay. Razor sharp.
No, I was actually watching it, and I did think I was going to talk about it. And did think Kent was doing quite well down that right hand side.
Kent's done all right to me. Kent's done more than Markovic. Kent's done deservedly. I think Kent maybe needs to stay around the squad. I think he'd be a good little player, young player to sort of have around the squad, come in, play in now here and there. Definitely.
Give him the cups.
Yeah, so we'll rein it back. We'll rein it back in then after Moreno's having these many brain farts. The ball, their keeper decides to have the biggest brain fart of all. Passes the ball out to the right corner. Solanke presses their defender, catches the ball, plays it into Mane, who then rolls it back, and then Gini just rolled it into the bottom corner. Finally gets an away goal. It was a lovely move and kind of more testament to how Solanke has fit in with her play. Craig, nice move, wasn't it?
It was nice pressing, and it was a good finish by Gini, but I'm fucked if I'm giving him the away goal. Not a hope. I'm giving him that as an away goal. You're
going to wait for competitive fixtures, are you?
Absolutely. It was a great strike. No taking it away from him, and he has that in the locker. Definitely, he's popped up with a few goals last season, and it's going to be tough for Klopp because he's got a good group of midfielders there to choose from for next season, and if they all stay fit, it's a serious headache for him. But look, that's what we want. It's going to be a long season. 2-0 at half time against Hertha Berlin. I don't think we can be too unhappy with that, Jonathan. As you said, rightly so, the lads looked very sharp again today from the start.
They sure did, and we can't go. I just have to before we wrap up the first half. As you said, it was a nice performance, 2 goals, clean sheet. But on the 44th minute, going on the 64th minute, Moreno went flying into a tackle that it was so late he got booked for it. I'm pretty sure if you look at the records, it's going to show that he got booked in the second half. The tackle was that late, and it could well be the last thing he does in his Liverpool career. Who knows if he plays Tuesday night or whatever. But yeah, that just summed up his performance.
Sums up his career, to be fair.
Sums up his career. Stephanie's Liverpool career, yeah, almost. Oh, what could have been. That wrapped up the first half. Then we had a blast of changes.
Then it got exciting.
Yeah, it was an. I won't lie. I'm here scribbling away there, trying to keep back of all the changes. So pretty much, Robertson made his debut. We had Hendo, Bobby, Sturridge, and Salah all come on at half time. Starting to show a bit of depth, a bit of squad depth there, aren't we? Grizz, it was nice to have that option, of that luxury of just throwing on some big players there in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to jump in here. I think Grizz has dropped out of the call. I think Custard Creams were calling him when he had to go. Yeah, I know. Myself and Matt were talking before the podcast started about Sturridge in particular, Matt, and you know he really did look like he looks serious, doesn't he? Before the season starts, like he looks like he's ready to go.
Yeah, mate. I mean, there was that little thing that happened at the end of last season, and it seems like he's come back from that. Him and Klopp have had a few words. And he's come back from that, and now he's ready to kick on. And he's looking good. He's looking sharp. He's had last season wasn't too harsh on his body, so he had a good recovery in the last few weeks. And now he's looking slim. He's looking fast. His passes, he's coming deep and picking up the ball. He was knitting everything together really in that second half. I love the lad. I'm made up. He's staying. Touch wood. But yeah, if him and Bobby for the striker position with Solanke and Origi to press them two, I'm more than happy. I mean, you can change the way we play now instead of just that one up top and 2 wingers that we've always had. This depth that we've got, which was shown by them 5 people that came on. It just changes everything. We can play 2 up top. You can play Bobby just out to the left, cutting in, which I think he did anyway, didn't he, during this game?
Bobby does what he wants, Matt. Bobby does what he wants.
Yeah, just free roll. I love.
But can I be just a bit of a party pooper? Just a bit of party pooper, not too much. All right, but that's one thing I really think we should have got. I think we should have got a clinical number 9 out and out striker. I'm over the moon that Sturridge is staying. I get all that, and yeah, he looks better. He looks sharper. He still doesn't, to me, right? I've been watching him all 4 games in preseason. He still doesn't look the old Sturridge to me. That's just my opinion. He doesn't get away from defenders. He can with the trick. He does a shuffle when he can make space, like the old Sturridge, but trying to get onto, for example, the way Salah got onto those that pass from Coutinho, Sturridge still doesn't, to me, look like he can do that. Origi hasn't impressed me at all. Right? No. We seem to be relying. It looks like we're going to be relying on Firmino and then the input of Salah and Mane. I just think, yes, Solanke is a very good buy. It's a
you've already told us you think Solanke's a cunt. Stop lying. You've already started the Solanke campaign.
No LFC player's a cunt. We know we don't do those ones on here. All right, but what I'm saying is we could have. I don't know, man. I hope that doesn't come back to bite us on the arse, man. Just a clinical striker.
I know what you're saying, but I think this is coached. So you look how Bobby's playing, and I think Klopp wants his strikers to play like that because we've got them 2 wide forwards who are fast, really fast. So
yeah, I get that.
When the striker drops deep, they generally pull 1 or 2 defenders, or at least 1 defender, and 1 maybe keeps an eye on him, and it creates a space in behind for the 2 really quick wide players. I think that is a coach thing and not a Sturridge.
I agree.
Yeah, no, it's definitely the molded club system there. Bobby, he needs to lose a bit of weight still. A couple of more three-day training sessions will sort him out. I think get that sharpness back. He was straight through there in the second half then as well, and he on the left side, and he tries this dink and he just gave it a bit too much beer and it just went over the top. But it was good. It was nice to see Robertson get on the pitch. I thought he kind of showed a bit of a mixed bag. He got caught defensively a couple of times, but there was one attack there. I think it was about the 51st minute. Created an overlap down the left wing and whips in this ball across, and it comes across to Salah. Now Salah tries to take it on his left. If he'd taken it on his right, it was a goal. But it was great to see our full back on the left side get to the byline and not have to cut back in, just be able to whip a ball across, and just the options that's going to give going forward. Craig, what did you make of Robertson and his little cameo?
Yeah, as you said, it was a mixed bag, but I thought there was more positives than negatives. It was great, as you said, to see that left footer actually get down the wing and put a ball in at the byline, and that is, for all Milner's great things, great attributes that he brought last season, that was the one thing that we were lacking, that final ball across the front of the box without having to cut back in, and that's exciting. Like, it's not going to take the likes of Sturridge or hopefully Firmino long to know that ball is going to be played, and they will be in the right place to get on the end of it. So it's exciting times. It was a good start for the young lad. It's great to see him get a game. Hope it goes well for him at the club. It could prove to be a very astute piece of business by the club, to be fair.
Yeah, no, Klopp was kind of raving about him afterwards as well. He was just saying he's so excited to go work with him, and you can definitely, like, he spent 2 years now trying to coach Moreno, and that's failed miserably. So, but you'd hope that with a bit of guidance from Klopp, could turn into a little bit of a bargain. Your views, Matt, on Robertson in the second half?
Yeah, no, he played well, played all right. A few little mistakes, but got to the byline. I mean, getting to the byline there is what we've been screaming out for against them teams that sit deep. That's what gets us in behind. That's what gets us a goal. But I've said it from the beginning. If we going into this season with just Robinson is a risk. It's a big risk. I know we're putting money into Van Dijk, and if we get Keita, superb. I'll accept it. But if we don't get Keita, I want another left back. I want a good left back, like a near world class left back. I want money spent there. I don't want to be going in with him if we haven't put the money into something really big elsewhere, if you know what I mean. So he's good, but we can still massively improve on him. I mean, he's not what we need.
Yeah, no, I thought to be fair to the guy, I think he does show he's a lot of attributes that we missed last season, and I think with the combination of Millie and him, we kind of have almost the best of both worlds. You kind of the steady Eddie from Millie, and then a bit more gung ho, a bit more attacking, a bit more raw from Robinson. So I don't know.
Can we get to Coutinho's pass soon, please? Can we get to Coutinho's pass? He's sitting here just waiting to talk about that.
Fuck Millie off.
Okay, right. There we go. We'll talk about Millie and Robertson another day, but it was good to see him come on the pitch and get some miles on the clock. 64th minute, Coutinho gets the ball deep inside his own half, starts a dribble, he turns around, a roulette comes forward, plays an absolute beautiful ball down the left channel to Salah, who then does the ball justice and dinks it over the on-rushing keeper. What a move. As close as you can get to football porn, I think. Grizz, do you want to have a couple of moments of pleasure here with describing this goal?
I think I did kind of like, I did say, like, if that doesn't give you a semi, you need to go to see the doctors Monday morning. Do you know what I mean? It was that beautiful. I actually thought he wasn't himself in the first half, was he? Where he's playing off the left. But as soon as he comes into the middle and that pitch opens up for him, both sides, left and right, and then Salah making those inward runs from the out. Wow. I mean, that pass was just like, it's very similar to how I play, but on FIFA. So, so do you know what I mean? It was just pitch perfect, wasn't it? That pass was just absolute, and a bit of backspin, so he didn't run away from Salah. you're right, man. That was football porn. And that goal, the finish from Salah was just so nonchalant, wasn't it? It was like, I thought, do you know, it was one of those finishes where you think, it's offside. And that's why you just kind of just lobbed it over, just, casually. But, it was sign of things to come, man. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Craig, do you want to have a little quality pleasure moment there?
I'll do it justice, and like fucking misery guts over there on the other side trying to point out bad things. It was fucking beautiful, wasn't it? Coutinho sent 2 or 3 of them to the shops and then played what can only be described as inch perfect. Didn't even have to break stride, Salah, to get on that ball. It looked like he placed it a foot over the defender's head. It couldn't have been any better. And how easy did he make it look? And as Grizz rightly said, Salah with the finish was exquisite. It was the type of goal that you just dream about. It's almost football perfection, and it's a great pointer of what's going to come for us next season and what we have available to us with the pace of Mane and Salah. Teams are going to have to defend deep, which is going to open up spaces, because if they don't defend deep, that's what's going to happen to them. There's going to be runners coming from everywhere. Hendo, Coutinho, Chan, whoever it is, that ball will be played in over the top, dropped on a sixpence, and will be in behind the defence. It was beautiful.
Yeah, and interestingly, Matt, that's the second time that Coutinho has assisted Salah in the short few games we've had in pre-season. So it looks like a bit of a kind of a partnership starting to develop there with them.
Yeah, mate. He put Coutinho in the centre and any fast player in the front line, and he's linking up with him. I can't wait till Mane's up there as well. It's just going to be, teams going to shit themselves. It's literally from either side. You've got 2 fucking Ferraris of pace flying in, and then Coutinho just pinging balls. Even if they sit deep, he's going to be further up the pitch, and he can think it over. Whether it's 50 yards or fucking 20 yards, he can put it on a sixpence, and they can come in and shoot that and get the goal. It's going to be absolute porn next season if them 2 stay fit in front of him. We all saw it last season when he got moved there, and we've been crying out for it for ages. Put Coutinho back in the centre. I think he just had to do a job last season in the front left, and that's why he stayed there. But when we went to that front 2 last few games with Sturgeon, you could see he was just dominating games. He's only small, but he gets stuck in, he hounds players, and as soon as he gets that ball, that's it. His head's up, he knows exactly where all the players are, he knows where he is on the pitch, and the ball's flying very quickly, or he's skipping past 2 or 3 people.
Yeah, no, it definitely, you start to drool when you think of what it's going to be like with Coutinho deeper, playing the balls forward, and then you have, as you said, Mane and Salah either side. Exciting times, Grizz, isn't it?
It is, man. I mean, we were tasty last season, weren't we? We were good last season going forward. We're actually going to be better this season. There's no doubt about that. It's just a matter of, securing the back, which, we will as well. He's working, he said in pre-season he's working a lot on the defense this pre-season, and hopefully that'll pay dividends. But no, going forward, we're a delight to watch. I just can't wait, honestly. I honestly think he's got a lot of options and hard choices to make, because I think we alluded it to like the first part of the show where we said that even though we raved on about Emre's performance, Hendo's been one of the standouts for me in preseason so far. All these doubts about Hendo's injury and fitness worries, so far, touch wood, so good. So I think Jurgen's got a lot of options, a lot of hard choices to make, and this is it. This is exactly where we want Klopp, our club to be, in a position where we've got options in every position. You got to look at Gini, Lallana, Hendo, Emre, Phil if he's going to play deeper. Everyone's performing at the moment, and he's got some tough choices to make. That I think our predictions for that first 11 that we done against Watford, I think we should keep a eager eye on that, see if we get anywhere close to those predictions.
My only worry is wide forwards. If one gets injured, then we're forced to make a tactical change. Do you know what I mean? We have to bring like an Ings or play 2 up front or something. We haven't got anyone similar to Mane and Salah to keep a formation. That's my only worry.
Yeah, but he's not always going to play. He's not always going to play both, and 4-3-3. He's going to be
we all know some games when it'll work, and if one of them's injured, then we'll have to change it. If you know what I mean, I don't know. I've just got a little bit of a worry about wide forwards. I would like one more in, like a young one, a young up and coming. I know we've got Kent or Trent, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah. Chancer.
I know
that's young right back. Greg, you want to come in there?
Yeah, no, I just wanted to ask all of you. Actually, it was just when you were talking about what we might be missing there. Assuming that we get a Van Dijk in, just say we get it over the line. How many players short do you think we are of being as good as we could be and a real? Well, I think we're going to challenge for the title anyway, but really, really capable of challenging on all fronts. Like, how many players short do you reckon we are?
2.
And where are they? What positions?
Another centre mid and another striker. So when I say striker, I mean like one of our type forwards, but a goal scoring wide forward. Do you know what I mean? And a centre mid in the mold of a slightly more defensive midfielder. Our attacking midfield is fine. Even Hendo can play. Even Hendo does, but even Emre, I prefer him going box to box. So for me personally, I think a defensive-minded centre mid for those games that we need to get messy and sort of match them physically, and a goal-scoring forward.
I'm happy with Chan as my defensive mid. As you all know.
Surprise.
If we get Van Dijk over line, I would like. I only had 2 more players I could have. I would like 2 world-class fullbacks. I think that sorts us. That wins us the league.
The question or the answer to your own question, Craig?
I'm almost along the lines of Matt, except I take 1 fullback and a goalkeeper. Because I'm never going to be convinced by Mignolet.
Sorry, go on, Craig. Sorry.
I'm never going to be convinced by Mignolet, but I think he's certainly good enough to be a number 2. I just think I'd like better. I don't know if Karius is going to be it. But I'd have went for a goalkeeper as well. But I agree with Matt on the fullback.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I think one thing for certain is we're going to have Killens trying to predict that team, even of the players that we have at the moment. There's going to be a lot of friendly debate over the course of the season.
Is Klein injured?
Yeah, he's struggling with an injury. Yeah.
What about you, Jonathan? Actually, what about you?
What would I do? I would like a new goalkeeper. And I would, similar enough to you guys, I would like a proper shithouse of a centre midfielder to go box to box. And another kind of a fast attacking player.
You're only allowed 2?
I'm only allowed 2. Okay. Keeper and box to box midfielder.
I think I was going to say, I know you guys said keeper, and I'm going to tell. I think Mignolet's carried on the brilliant form of last season through preseason as well. I think he looked very secure, comfortable, and confident, which I like in a keeper. I've said it before. Mignolet's never looked confident, and that just gives just sense of no security for the back four. But in my opinion, I think he's carried on, and he's definitely secured his number 1 spot. I think he will definitely be the keeper.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree that he's made huge improvements. But for me, if we're talking about going to the next level, and particularly with the style of football we play, where when I discussed many times, our centre halves are going to be parked on the halfway line. So there's not going to be a lot of players in our own half. So we need a keeper in the kind of the sweeper keeper mode. There's someone that's able to come out of their box and pass the ball comfortably left or right to start attacks, and that's one thing Mignolet's terrible at. Even today, like, he didn't get caught out or anything like that, but there's just stages you're looking at, and it's been super anal, I will confess, but there's times you're looking at, if you only could have played that ball better, we could have started another attack, didn't give the defence time to go back and get their shape. That's what I would say on that. I don't know what you guys' views are.
I just want to say, as much as I have slagged off Mignolet many times and continue to think he's not good enough, I have to agree with what Grizz said. He has been solid. He had a good season last season, and he started off well this season. But the points that the faults that Jonathan pointed out are ones that I wholeheartedly agree with, and I just think that there's always an error to come with Mignolet. He just doesn't fill me personally full of confidence.
Yeah, well, if it's going to be something different this season, or if he's going to prove us wrong, it'll be something different that he hasn't done the last couple of years, because he's always had that wobble. And if we're talking about pushing on challenge for the title, we can't afford our keeper to do that. So, look, I'm sure this is a conversation we'll have many times over the course of the season. But I think we'll wrap it up there. The guys go on and play Munich on Tuesday night now, so we'll have an off the cuff after that. We'll also have our Worldcast on Monday night, and we will talk to you all soon. I'd like to thank Craig, Grizz and Matt for joining us. I've been Jonathan, and we'll talk to you all soon. Up the Reds.